Welcome really to a special segment. Really privileged to have Aidan O'Connell and Brad Niemeier. Yes, Azzip Pizza is a new sponsor of Golden Black. We're appreciative of that. But more importantly, and in a bigger picture too, and at least in our view, is Aidan O'Connell is starting a promotion that has already started, I should say, the Air-Raid promotion and that how fans and hungry folks can really help a good cause and be a part of the Aidan's Air-Raid Pizza. We'll talk about that too. Obviously, coming on the heels, it's all about turning the page now. Aidan, you did a lot of great things on Thursday night, but fell short of the win. But talk about that process you go through from a mental standpoint. You've been through this before. You haven't won every game you've played in. You have when you play sports, you have disappointments. So I want to hear from both of you guys just what strategies you use moving forward and how you work to keep things focused on what's next. Aidan, I'll start with you.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's definitely a process. It's definitely not a super fun process all the time. It's hard on your mental state to even try to go to bed and then wake up and, you just kind of reflect. And unfortunately, I think I often think about, just the bad plays or the plays that could have gone better for myself and for our offense. And so there's just those few plays that you think about that really stick out and just kind of make you, a little more frustrated. But at the same time, it is, true that you got to turn the page and, it's normally, like other people say, about a 24-hour window where you can think about it, learn from it, make the corrections, and then you got to move on, especially when you're, playing a sport that requires a full week of preparation for your next opponent. We're going to have to move on and get ready for our next game. But it's definitely, like you said, a tough process.
Brad, you experienced it as a player as well, but in business, you do these things. You have to do that, and yet it doesn't mean that you don't. You obviously feel it, experience it, you deal with it. But what strategies have you learned in terms of dealing with these types of things over the years?
Yeah, we're definitely not perfect and make plenty of mistakes and things like that in our business as well. And so, when we've had setbacks or things that haven't gone our way, you just gotta try to learn from them, move on, and try to do better the next time.
Yeah, and Aidan, I have to ask you one specific question about not only the game but looking ahead. You got 11 games left to play, and that's a good thing, and that always gives you opportunity. But Charlie Jones was terrific, and a few things in life work out kind of at least for game one. Couldn't have worked out a whole lot better. He was terrific. I know you had a long time relationship with him, but talk about that and also having to get used to Mershawn Rice made a couple big plays for you as well. But your guys that you've been used to over the years. But Charlie really was extra special against Penn State.
Yeah, he knew when he got here, you could tell he was a very dynamic player. Everybody knows about his ability in the return game. Obviously, winning the Special Teams Player of the Year award in the Big Ten last year is a huge accomplishment. And I think he, just wanted to showcase that he can be a great receiver too. And, he did a lot of really good things last night. He just works really hard, very tough, playing hard for his team, trying to be in the right spot. So it's great to have a guy like that here. We need that from, everybody, including myself, to just want to work hard and put their best foot forward. And Charlie did a great job of that.
Yeah, no question. All right, Brad, I want to tell the story of how the relationship with Aidan O'Connell came about. You're not going to find a better person in terms of Aidan's brand and what he's done in his life so far. But tell me about how you guys connected, not only on this promotion, but through NIL and all that, and how this all came to pass.
Yeah, so I was a walk-on Purdue's football team whenever I was in school, and Azzip started as a college project. So I won the business plan competition at Purdue through Burton D. Morgan, and won $20,000 to go towards starting Azzip. So that kind of goes way back to 2014 when this all started. And then once the new rules came out with NIL, we kind of instantly saw the benefit and the ability to connect with the student athletes, help leverage their brands and their platform that they have and kind of do something fun with it, do something different. Yeah. And I think that's what we've really tried to do. Aidan was already a loyal customer at Azzip. He already had his go-to pick there. We love that and thought it was a great fit. And then getting to know Aidan a little bit has been just a great relationship to build with him, and then couldn't ask for a better representative of Azzip for us out there.
Yeah, no question. Aidan, tell me about the ingredients, and there's got to be a little bit of a backstory there. It's an interesting collection of stuff, but I know Brad and his crew does a great job putting together. But tell us what the ingredients are on the Air-Raid pizza, but also how they came to pass.
Yeah, it's like Brad said, even early on in my career here, basically right when Azzip opened in West Lafayette, I was going pretty often. We have it on our Mucho app, so
yeah.
stuff there athletes can get it paid for, and so I always liked the pizza. And then obviously when all this came about, I actually met Brad and his brother Andy at an event that Purdue football set up, where we're meeting with business people and things like that. And it was a great opportunity. And the ingredients are I put some pesto and some barbecue sauce on the flour, and then it's kind of a different combination of things depending on how you like it. But I put like some pork on it with some pepperoni, and then going on to the vegetables, I get some hot peppers and green peppers, and some potatoes, and at the end I put some grippos on it, which are like barbecue chips. I know Brad said they're more popular at other locations, but hopefully get them popular here. And then it's something that I've kind of changed a little bit throughout, but kind of the main ingredients have stayed the same throughout the years.
Yeah, the potatoes and grippos are what I got, and I haven't had one yet, so I'm gonna have to give it a shot, because that's gonna be a new experience for me on pizza. But I like the pesto stuff, and you've got something that I think is going to have some legs for this promotion. All right, there is obviously, and I'll let both of you discuss this, a philanthropic part of this, which is really an important part of what Aidan's all about. But Brad, tell me about that, and I'll let you both chime in on that.
Yeah, the give back side of things is a huge part of our brand as well, which was another good reason that it was a great fit. And so we've donated almost $500,000 back to local nonprofits over the years since we've been open. So it's been a huge part of what we do as well. So when Aidan brought that up to us, we were all in, and really wanted to give him a chance to select the mission that he felt most passionately about and what he wanted to help support. And that's when he picked FCA and wanted to help support FCA.
Yeah. Aidan, it is an interesting process, because a lot of media, attention about, the money part of this and athletes getting paid. But I think that, there's a lot more to this NIL thing that can do a lot of good for a lot of other people. I mean, as you've evolved into this over the last year, how have you seen this evolve in terms of a player's perspective of keeping things, not only a focus on team play, but also the ability to know that you have an ability to do some good out there?
Yeah, I think, it's obviously a great advantage for us as athletes to be able to, use our name, image, likeness to compensate us for what we've been doing. And I think, a lot of people, including myself, have pursued that, and hopefully in a manner that's respectable and things like that. I think specifically for Azzip, I knew that, obviously me and Brad have similar backgrounds. Like you said, he walked down the team and things like that, similar values and morals. And so I thought it was a great fit in that aspect. And, FCA has been a huge part of my life my entire time here at Purdue. And so, yeah, I think, I think last year, right when NIL came out, Tyler Lindenbaum, the old center for Iowa, I think donated like $30,000 to the Children's Hospital or something like that. And so that was kind of right away. That was one of my first, what I saw of NIL, like, wow, this could be used as, giving back and something good can happen out of it. So, I think it's important to me, and I know it's important to them at Azzip. So I think it is just a great fit overall.
Yeah, I think it's part. And when Drew Brees in town on Thursday, talking about the Boilermaker Alliance and the collective, when it comes to that tie-in also from the charity standpoint, really does give an opportunity. Yeah, it's and the idea that it's going to go to all student athletes once it all gets set up. Yeah, Aidan, you have to look at that and say, if you're a student athlete at Purdue, that's something that it's got to be viewed as a positive.
Yeah, definitely a huge help. Obviously not just football players, but all our athletes work extremely hard, a lot of hours. Normally can't get a job because of athletics and the time requirement that it takes. So, you know, to be compensated more than we have, and you know, finally to feel like, you know, I can be comfortable and have enough money to do, you know, what you have to do, obviously, like I said, because so many hours are taken away, it's going to be huge, not just, like I said, for the football team, but for the entire athletic department.
Brad, run down this is going to go on throughout the month of October, and it may lead not necessarily for Aidan, but it could potentially, but other opportunities down the road. But give our folks a broad stroke of the entire promotion and how they can support it, even if they don't live in Lafayette or where your locations are.
Yeah, so it'll be all September long. You can come to Azzip. We have 6 locations that are participating. So 4 here in Evansville, where we're based out of, and then 1 in Indianapolis and 1 in Lafayette, where you can get the pizza. So that's a great way to come in and try something really unique. You know, and feel free, you know, our slogan at Azzip is create something delicious. So even if you know, take his pizza and use it as a jumping off point, tweak a few things, you know, take off the grippos or add your own veggies,
yeah,
you know, any of that, we're very open to some tweaks. I know Aidan loves his pizza the way it is, but you know, sometimes people don't like certain ingredients, and so that's a great way to be able to just use that as a jumping off point. And then I think, yeah, that's the kind of the major way to support it this month. And then, you know, we'd love to do this with other athletes down the line too, find other great fits with our brand and that have a really unique, fun pizza to be able to bring to our customers.
All right. Well, good stuff from both you guys. And Aidan, we wish you well. We appreciate all you do to represent your school, but also, you know, we know that there's 11 games still left on that schedule. And I know you have some big plans for your 6th season in terms of where this team's going.
Yeah. Thanks, Alan. Appreciate your support, man.
All right, guys. Brad, thanks so much for your time again. And we'll look forward to telling that story of Purdue football, but also your promotion, Aidan's Air-Raid, if I'm branding that correctly. And that will be throughout the month of September, and a great ability to support not only Aidan, but also an important charity as well. So again, guys, have a great rest of your day. And thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Alan.
Thank you.